Hi everyone, hope you're having a really good day. Today I'd just like to show you a couple of cards I've made using these bauble peel-offs that I've had for a very long time. So I have one card made up and another one that I will just talk you through. So the one that I have made up was using the bauble from this set off here, and this is the card I made. So what I've done is I've just cut out the background layer using these dies, which are from Tonic. I don't have a link to them because I bought them secondhand off eBay, but you can just use whatever you have in your stash and just work out what your layers are for your card. This is a 6x6 card and I've cut out 3 mats and layers. The first one is I used it on another card on one of my other videos and it had some scrap left. I think it might be a Hunky Dory one. And then I've used some pink glitter paper which I got out of a pack from the range. Then I found some pink snowy paper which I've had in my stash for years, which is just this. And then I have stuck the bauble onto part of the backing paper before I cut it out, and I just cut around each of the baubles, and then I've hung another peel off so it looks like they're hanging off. Sorry, I haven't hung it. I've put a peel off on the paper to make it look like the bauble's hanging. And then I don't know if you can see, I've put a Merry Christmas on there and a couple of snowflakes, which is from this peel off set which I got many years ago from the studio catalogue, so I don't even know if you can still get hold of them. But this is one idea that I made using the bauble peel offs. And then I have another card here using peel off from the same strip, but it's in slightly different colours, and I'll just put it together really quickly for you. So I'll just put this one to one side, and this is the card that I'm going to put together. So again, I've used this, I don't even know how old this paper is. It's from, I kept the strip from it. It is actually from Making Cards magazine. Usually they have the year on it, but I have had it for, I can't even tell you how many years. This is how often, or should I say, well, I shouldn't really say this, how much stuff I've got. So it's buried deeply amongst it, and I just thought it was a really nice colour. So with it being paper, obviously be a bit more careful with your glue because you're going to see it. If it's really blobby behind, it's going to show up. So try and, if you're going to put glue on, just try and keep it a really thin layer. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit around the edges like I usually do, just in case, like I've mentioned before, if someone does keep your cards, after a while the tape stops being sticky and I've had cards fall apart on me. So I've just added some glue and I'm just going to put it onto my card. It's really nice colours. And then I've gone through my stash again and I found some nice green glitter card, and I don't think you can get this anymore. It was, you used to be able to buy them in the children's section in B&M in a pack, and I think they stopped selling them a couple of years ago, which is a shame because the colours are really different to ones you find in other glitter packs. I really don't know why they stopped selling them because they're so useful and pretty. So I've had to start buying my stuff from the range, but their stuff's really nice as well anyway. So again, I'm just putting a bit of glue on and adding the next layer. As you can see, it looks really nice with the greens on. And then what you want to do with your next layer before you stick it down is just decide roughly where you're going to put your baubles, however you're going to layer them, because what you need to do just need to, that looks fine. You need to get a strip of peel-offs and just work out where you want it to hang. So if I put that one there, I can just cut, I don't know if it's exactly straight, so just push it down, if it'll push down. And I've already put my tape on the back, so all I'm going to do is just lift it quickly, if it'll let me, and then just fold it down so it holds it into place. So it doesn't matter if it's straight, no one's going to see it. And then so that one's going there, and then decide where your next one's going. I'll probably need a longer bit than that. They're not as sticky as they used to be. That's what happens when we leave stuff lying around for years. Actually, this one's going to be quite short, so if I put it about there, and then again, if I can find my scissors, this one is really long, just chop it, and, yeah, and again just lift the back up and fold it over so it's on the tape. And then for your third one, just need to keep an eye on where that one's up there. I'll hang that one quite low, about there. So I'll take the peel off again. Just one of them's fine, thank you. And then again, just work out where you'd like it to go. And make sure it's pushed down. And then trim the top again so you can fold it over. And that one's literally right in between. Tape never plays when you want it to. So just fold that over. And now I can add it to the card. And again, it's not as thin as the other paper, but just again be a bit mindful of how much glue you put on it, because you don't want your glue to show through. So just again, this is the trickiest part, peeling off the backing. I've seen people use their pokey tools, but knowing me, I'll end up injuring myself because I'm a bit dipsy like that. So I'll just put a small bit of glue around just to hold it on. I like to put it around the edges more than anything. Maybe it needs a bit extra with it being glitter. So put a bit over the peel off bit as well. So then add your next layer. Like that. And then you can add your baubles. You could put them on 3D tape, but because my paper's quite thin, it's not card, I'm not going to put it on the foam tapes. It's a bit too flimsy for that. So again, I'm just going to add some glue. Stick it down. And again, as you can see, don't do what I'm doing. If you do, be very careful. So it wasn't quite in the middle. I think that's a bit better. So I'll just push it down. I just probably need to put a bit more glue on it. And then just add the other baubles. Oh, a bit of tape on this one. Yeah, if you use thicker cards to stick your peel-offs onto and then cut around them, I'll maybe do a bit better cutting than mine. Mine's not exactly round, but I don't think anyone's going to tell on me. Yeah, you can always, like I say, add your foam tape and they'll stand out a bit more. But I just loved all the greens on this. I think it goes really nice together. And again, like I've said before, you can make yours as blingy as you want. You can keep it flat like this if you need to post it, or if you're just giving it to somebody personally, then obviously you can add all your gems. And then all I've done is, this was the paper I used. I've just taken, I couldn't use a whole greeting because of the way I'd cut it out, so luckily I just had Christmas left, so just taken that off and I've put it on a bit of glitter card to match the other bit, and then just going to stick it on up here, and there we go. And yeah, let's have a look. There's a few little stars left on here, so I'm just going to stick them randomly round just for a bit of extra sparkle. And there we go. Another really quick, simple idea for you to use up your old peel-offs, and I hope I've given you some inspiration. So this was the other card. I think they both look really nice. I'd be happy to receive that from someone. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, bye.